Dear sisters from the SADC region, it is my pleasure to send you my message of solidarity for this SADC Gender Protocol Summit and Awards event. Thank you for your honor of requesting me to address you as a woman in the highest position in the SADC region. I'm your product, so I also address you as a sister from the movement, having spent most of my adult life in the civil society championing women's rights. Therefore, I want you to know that for me it is an obligation to remain connected to the movement and to provide the needed voice from a high office on issues of women's emancipation and gender equality within the region and beyond. In presenting the best practice of the SADC protocol work, this summit presents a good opportunity for stock-taking of all the SADC has done in enhancing women's attainment of equality in the region. The best practices will also enable us to learn from each other. I hope that everyone in the summit can be inspired by what their sisters are doing in every part of the region. Because we know that there is so much more work yet to be done if we are to achieve the target of implementation of the SADC Gender Protocol by 2015. In my view, things are moving in the right direction. The 2012 Barometer report records a rise in the Southern African Gender and Development Index by 2 percentage points, from 64% to 66%. And the women and men in Southern Africa gave their governments a score of 57%, up 2% on last year, using the Citizens Scorecard. But whilst we have made progress, we are not moving fast enough, with the deadline for implementation of the protocol only 2 years away. I therefore wish to draw your particular attention to the issues marked as red light, exposing the challenges that are yet to overcome in the region. I am particularly concerned with the contradictions that exist between customary law and statutory law in most countries, the decline of representation of women in decision-making at local and national levels in some countries, the inequalities that exist in higher education, especially to the disadvantaged of girls, and glaring marginalization of women in economic activities, peace and security matters, and the pervasive nature of maternal mortality, gender-based violence, HIV and AIDS, and the weak focus of gender in media-related matters. What I have cited are areas that we need to accelerate our efforts on in order to make tangible achievements in attaining gender equality. We have done well in other sectors. We must celebrate this. And the best practices that you are sharing are a clear testimony that change is possible. We just have to urge our governments and all stakeholders to work harder. On a personal note, I share your disappointment that Malawi is one of the countries that has not yet ratified the protocol. I want to inform you that I have tasked my Minister of Gender to ensure that this process is facilitated expeditiously and that Malawi should deposit instruments at the SADC Secretariat as soon as possible. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm determined that Malawi will play its part in accelerating the implementation of the SADC Gender Protocol. I keep saying that there will be no better time for women in Malawi than now, when a fellow woman is sitting in the driving seat. As a president, I have appointed many women to senior leadership positions and will continue to do so. I've just recently assented to the new Gender Equality Bill in Malawi, which enshrines equal access and rights for men and women. And I will continue to champion women's health and girls' education through the presidential initiative on maternal health and safe motherhood. I just want to share with my fellow women that in Malawi I have recently appointed the head of the civil service, the chief secretary, and also the acting chief justice. Malawi has elections next year, and I'm determined we will use the opportunity to bring more female MPs across parties to our parliament than ever before, as well as I hope continuing to have a woman president. In this regard, I fully endorse the 50-50 campaign championed by the NGO Gender Network and the Ministry of Gender. Let me close by wishing all of you a fruitful summit. It is work by organizations such as Gender Links and all civil society organizations in the Southern Africa Protocol Alliance that will continue to make progress towards gender equality. You and I know that political leadership cannot affect change on their own. We rely on those of you outside to hold us to account for the commitments we have made, and also we rely on your endless work to support women on the ground. I want you to be assured that I will tirelessly work with my sisters, Right Honorable Joyce Mujuru, Her Excellency Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma, and many women leaders across our SADC region to ensure that our aspiration of gender equality remains alive. Thank you for your attention, and may God bless you.